Let's make two changes from the side that beat Tranmere here back on New Year's Day. Ryan Lynch, who played left-back that particular afternoon, he's out on loan at Stafford Rangers now, but George Abbey fit again after hamstring problems. He fills in a makeshift back four. Michael O'Connor also returns to midfield. Ryan Lowe moves up front to partner Nicky Maynard. Well, the new faces have been flooding into Elland Road this month, 5 of them in total. 3 of those start tonight. Debuts for Darren Kenton at the back and Peter Sweeney on the left of midfield. Neil Kilkenny starts his second match for the club. Both changes from the win against Northampton last time out enforced. Rui Marquez, the defender, away with Angola at the African Cup of Nations, and Ian Westlake still out with an injury he picked up last weekend. Contrast between the clubs are many, and looking at the substitutes bench of both illustrates that exactly. 4 academy players out of 5 on the Crewe bench. 1 new signing on that Leeds bench, £250,000 spent on Bradley Johnson from Northampton Town. They are the top scorers with the most points, the most wins and the most fans. The travelling army from Yorkshire have come here to Cheshire this evening, hoping to see Leeds' recent improvement continue. Before the win against Northampton last time out, Leeds United had lost back-to-back games in the league for the first time. The question marks starting to appear in earnest. Had they hit the buffers? Well, they answered that with an excellent performance last time out. They've continued to bring in new players. As we said, a couple of them play here tonight. Crewe Alexandra, made up of freebies, really. Players they have bred and players they have brought in for no cost at all. The entire cost of this Crewe side, just £30,000. Leeds come here to Crested Road looking for their first ever win on this ground. Mind you, they've only played here twice before. Leeds in the yellow, Crewe in the red, and a first touch in a Leeds United shirt for Peter Sweeney. Behind him he has Ben Parker, the only homegrown player, by the way, in the Leeds United side. Beckford hunting, and did he foul the defender? He did. The whistle has gone. But therein lies the danger of the League Two's top scorer.
Yeah, it just lurks on the shoulder of the centre-half here. Just a little crafty nudge there. Not a great deal, but enough for the referee to blow up. Straight away you see the danger. It's a poor header back, and he's onto it in a flash. Just a little nudge, but early intent from Beckford. Player full of confidence at the moment.
Red-hot property at this level. No wonder there are suitors from the higher divisions. Derby County have been reportedly looking at him, and have been rebuffed in no uncertain terms by Dennis Wise. You look at Leeds, and it's a credit to their position in the top 6 of the division that they're able to look at their position, and the fact that they lie where they do against their rivals and almost forget about that 15-point deduction. They find themselves pretty much in a straight race for promotion. They could go within 4 points of the top with a win here, and they have a good-looking free kick to try and ask questions of a brittle Crewe defence. Second worst in League One. Whipped in well. Beckford is across there. Away as far as Sweeney, who has a good left foot, but it's off target that time.
Oh, he steadies himself really well here. Just gets his angles all wrong. Ball whipped and it comes out. Steady when he hits it, just doesn't get his angles right at all.
Well, he's a player that Dennis Wise knows well, doesn't he? He had him when he was in charge at Millwall. Peter Sweeney has been out on loan at Walsall this season as well, and among the host of new arrivals at Elland Road. And they have that luxury, don't they, Leeds United, Gary, of being able to bring in fresh legs to add new impetus, something that clubs like Crewe just haven't been able to do, and they clearly need it, just hovering there below the drop zone at the bottom of the division.
Well, it's a perfect time, isn't it? New year, get some fresh legs in there, fresh impetus to take it through to the end of the season. But like you mentioned before, how they've got to where they are is absolutely phenomenal, because the pressure to overturn those points in the early stages of the season is intense, and they've come through with flying colours, and to be where they are now, it just speaks volumes for the job Dennis Wise is doing.
A win here would take Leeds back into the top 3. They go within a point of your old boys Gary Forrest, within 4 of Swansea, but they will have played 3 more than Swansea, who well occupied by FA Cup commitments. Forrest will have 2 games in hand. Now after so many question marks around his appointment, Dennis Wise, when he took over Leeds on the slide in the Championship, of course, but now pretty few dissenting voices about the appointment of the Londoner. Here comes Prutton forward with pace, halted well by a collection of Crewe red shirts. Danny Woodard's, by the way, filling in at left back. Injury to Billy Jones has left them short in that department. Here's Prutton. And the first corner kick for Leeds United.
Well, what they have got in midfield, Leeds, they've got that man there, Prutton, plenty of energy, great engine, along with Andy Hughes. They've got the quality now of Sweeney and Kilkenny on the ball, so really good balance he's got now, Dennis Wise.
Kenton has manoeuvred his way forward right in to make life difficult on the goal line. Good low delivery in, back off the bar, and a real let-off there for Crewe. There's a man down inside the penalty area as well for Crewe. It's Nicky Maynard.
Well, it's all about the quality from the corner. It's whipped in, superb ball in, invites the attack. It's attacked so well. Wasn't over the line. It's attacked well, just off the underside of the bar. And it's Hughes, the captain, gets in there, just comes off the Crewe shoulder. So unlucky. But when you've got that quality coming in the box, it's so good for players like Hughes, the centre-halves, to attack.
One of Dennis Wise's signings, Andy Hughes, hasn't yet seen him score for the club. Very nearly did then. We heard him say, didn't we, just before the game, Gary, how he wanted a strong start from his side. Sweeney going close with that driven effort, and Andy Hughes going very, very close.
Trying to stamp their authority on this game very early. Just the back of that thumping win against Northampton. They want to progress now, want to get another run going. A couple of bad results before the Northampton one.
Well, look at Crewe, who had a real roller coaster of a win here last time out against Tranmere. 4-3 it ended up in the home side's favour, but that their only win in all competitions in the last 9. They have endured a torrid December. Enjoyed very little success.
Oh, the wind's going to play a big part in this game this evening, unfortunately. Leeds seem to have the wind behind them at the moment. It's hanging up there. It's a decent kick.
Kenton. Torre Flo starting back-to-back league games for the first time this season for Leeds. By Ankergren's kick, how much the wind is interfering with the flight of the ball. Crewe looking to get it down and play it. Easier said than done. Ryan Lowe frustrated. Little explanation to the Crewe first team coach, Steve Holland, as to why that decision went against Crewe. Taken by Paul Huntington. Looking forward towards Flo. Vital that there was a quick reaction by a Crewe player to clear that away.
You can see the intent from Leeds. Get that ball towards Flo. If he doesn't win it, they get the midfield round very, very quickly.
Flo missed it that time. Beckford in the hunt, very much so. Back in by Tore-André Flo. Prutton going to keep this pressure on. Here is the Norwegian Flo. Useful delivery by Richardson and a good claim by Williams.
It's a very good claim at the far post. Render's playing havoc at times out there. Drill to the back post there. Concentration good.
A little bit of an injury that before the game. Ben Williams in the Crewe goal picked up a foot knock, which he's managed to wear off and keep his 100% attendance record going. Prutton keen to get on with things, too keen. Free kick taken from the wrong position. Here's Sweeney. Hughes. He'll be pleased to be back in his more customary midfield position. He's had to do a lot of filling in this season at left back.
He does it with no moans at all. He's that sort of a lad. Great attitude.
Lowe couldn't control. Kenton, who's had to do a lot of filling in at his time at Leicester this season, playing in midfield at times, and he's certainly making a surge forward here. Beckford Well, when you are in form, I suppose you can take it on from there, but didn't quite get that one right.
Slight touch of overconfidence there. That's a long way out. But when you're scoring like he is, you think you can score from anywhere. Come all the players into one half of the pitch, or the other side of the centre circle. Always baffles me and always will do.
Gary Roberts. Low. Kenta. He was Clint, the new boy. Another free kick to the men in yellow.
Problem. When you look at Crewe's setup at the moment, they seem a little bit narrow. A lot of options in wide areas for them at the moment.
We've got a bit of width here provided by this run from Richardson. Excellent challenge by Woodwards. Richardson just threatening to get away from him.
Sending Huntington up. Long throw into the box, looking for the number 3. Perhaps not.
A bit of a decoy, Kilkenny. Prutton. Hughes back for Kenta. Kilkenny. Such a key component in Leeds' most recent defeat, the first of the 4 that they have had this season. Kilkenny. Held off the challenge, couldn't find the pass.
No, they look forward. They're just Maynard in a central area. It's hard for the man on the ball when that's the only option.
12 points, the current gap between these two sides. Quite something when you think that Crewe had a 15-point start on Leeds like the rest of the division. Beckford the target there. Solid enough defending by Chris McCready. Hughes. Prutton. Flow. Richardson. Good possession football by Leeds United. We get Crewe turning back. Pressure from Prutton. With a throw in for Crewe. Mentioned earlier how this whole Crewe side costs £30,000. Well, Danny Woodwards, the left back this evening, is the player they spent that on. Signing him from non-league Exeter. Here's Hughes. Sweeney. Cox. No time for Gary Roberts to settle.
Yeah, that's good, he scores goals, but he's prepared to work for the team.
George Abbey, he very nearly gave it away to Leeds. They have the throw here. It's been an excellent early tempo from the visitors. Here's Parker. Cross too deep. Prutton should recover this. Hughes. Looking for Flow.
Crewe just can't get out their own half, can they, at the moment? They're under so much pressure, holding firm at the moment, but you just feel Leeds carry on like this. It's only a matter of time before they breach Crewe.
Here's Huntington, the former Newcastle United trainee. Roberts. This pressing from Leeds has really knocked Crewe out of their stride. Here's Parker. Sweeney.
Build-up's good, they keep possession well. Just got to get that final delivery right, Leeds. decent build-up, they keep possession well, and it's a nothing ball in the end. It's an easy option to put it in there. Flo and Beckford had come to the near post.
Flo. The feeling is that Leeds United fans will finally, almost a year after he's joined, start to see the best of Tore-Andre Flo. Run in the side, former Chelsea teammate, of course, of Dennis Wise. Woodards. Neil Cox. Away by Huntington. They're kind of looking to get it back in there. And Huntington will get a little more distance on the clearance. Slip from Woodards. Tore Flo. Good strength from Tore-Andre Flo. Woodards goes into the challenge. The referee Kevin Friend has a look, but decides there is no case to answer for the Crewe defender.
Well, the assistant had a really good view of that.
First real meaningful attack for Crewe at pace. Whipped in from distance.
Well, this man, terrific surging run. Stays strong, stays on his feet. Does the important thing. Gets into the box now. And it's not a penalty. Slides in. Not for me. Did well in the end. Woodards.
You mentioned about seeing the best of Tore-Andre Flo. That's what he did so effectively during his successful time at Stamford Bridge with Dennis Wise. That's why Sunderland broke their transfer record to take him to the club. Never quite worked out for him in all the clubs since he left Stamford Bridge. I did it, Tore Flo. Roberts, swept on by Lowe, who set up 2 of the 4 goals that they scored here in their last game against Tranmere, but not able to pull the strings effectively this time.
We saw on that attack from Crewe, it was all very tight.
Kilkenny. Parker and Beckford. Sweeney. Kilkenny. Prutton's found some space behind Woodards. Despite a touch from the fullback, it has ended up at Prutton's feet. Hughes for Parker. Flo. Parker. Sweeney. It's excellent work by Sweeney. Beckford just wouldn't fall for him. Flo!
Well, a number of times you see this, they just try and hit it too hard. Instead of concentrating on direction, taking a little bit of the pace off it, just tries to blast it here. Flo comes out and Beckford does well. Look, he's totally off balance, off the outside of his foot. Beckford, a lovely turn there, comes out to him and just tries to blast the back of the net off there. Well, look at that for possession. That tells the big story of how he's gone so far in the first half. The away team massively on top.
3 of their 4 defeats this season have come on the road, Leeds United, and there have been matches that they've dominated like this and ended up empty-handed. You think back to the game at struggling Cheltenham. They were in flying form, Leeds United, and Cheltenham really struggling, but despite soaking up all the pressure, somehow Leeds came away with nothing. Parker. This is Sweeney. And Kilkenny. Richardson scored an excellent goal last time out. It's taken off his toes this time by the man usually responsible with finding the back of the net for Leeds. Now a break here for Crewe through Lowe.
No support, that. All on the halfway line. There's only one man up front for them, and that was Maynard. It's come all the way back.
Maynard providing the main thrust of the attack. He can't make up the ground here against Richardson.
That was a decent break. The ball was played out well, and all of a sudden you look for support, and there was none at all for Crewe.
Corner only here. Lowe's delivery can be absolutely key for Crewe Alexandra. And they sent up the big boys from the back, Julian Balde in that. Neil Cox as well, coming forward from midfield. And he get it right this time, Lowe. It's Cox on! And an excellent save by Ankergren. They're looking for a penalty there. They felt there might have been a hand. Well, that's what can happen. You can dominate, and you can very nearly be caught with a sucker punch. Woodards. Here's Roberts. Maynard looking for the glance on into the path of Lowe, but didn't really get enough on the ball.
Well, first bit of hope for the Crewe faithful there.
Hughes. Lowe's touch deserted him. Pitch might have had a little hand in there as well. Kenton too strong for Maynard. And stepped over the line of the law there. Looked like it might have been 6 of one, half a dozen of another. So much of the season they've had to do without Nicky Maynard. 19 goals he got for Crewe last season. Bettered only by Luke Varney. Now at Charlton, of course, the broken leg on day one has deprived Crewe of the services of Maynard. His first goal of the season last time out. Again, set pieces worrying Leeds United, although this time they have the referee's whistle to save them.
Well, a decent corner hit, and it's a decent header, and that is a really good save low down. Instinctive save. I'm talking about a penalty there, difficult to see from there. It's a good corner, good flight, it's attacked well, good diving header, and good instincts from Ankergren there. I don't think it's a penalty. He goes over the top there. There's the one, the leg that comes round just gets the ball. The referee did particularly well there, difficult one. Got it right.
Beckford. So quick out of the blocks. I know all about him here at Crewe as well. Scored the winner when he was on loan at Scunthorpe last season. So he helped propel the Iron to Championship football. His goals more than helping Leeds United back on the path to the Championship this time round. Still plenty of work to do. It's going to be an intriguing second half to the season. The first was absolutely explosive. 55 points from 24 games is what Leeds have managed so far. Huntington's come forward from the back to try and get on the end of this one. Manages to do so as well. Made it look comfortable, didn't he? But Sean O'Connor had a few heart palpitations there.
Confidence personified there, knew exactly what he was doing.
Here is O'Connor. He's another like Maynard, who's had so much of the season out through injury, had a hernia operation in the summer, has only come back just for the Christmas schedule, really. Woodards. Excellent persistence by Kenton. Now Flo. Could be a gap here for Leeds United. Crewe men back, they look for Sweeney. Strong challenger now. Low. Support from O'Connor. Maynard makes his move, it's a good ball, Maynard. O'Connor again. To academy graduates looking to combine. Prutton back there again. They look for a decision to go their way, for a little nudge inside the box. Prutton has it back for Leeds. Flo. Excellent run from midfield by Kilkenny. Just there in front of him, though, George Abbey.
He makes those runs so well, Kilkenny.
They look for Beckford, Leeds. And they find Flo. Richardson. Kilkenny will leave it. Here's Parker. Angle for Flo. Down for Beckford.
Well, lets it run across his body. Disappointed with himself there. Gave himself the room. It's a decent header down, back across the face. There, just lets it run across his body. Turns his man, just leaning backwards. Just cannot get over the top of it. Oh, penalty shout again for Crewe. Prutton involved there. I think that's an honest challenge. Don't think it's a foul. Would have been a very, very soft one to give. He's just stronger.
After spending most of the first quarter of an hour having to look at what Leeds were doing, in the last 5 minutes or so, we've suddenly seen little flashes of what Crewe are capable of.
You know what they're capable of. They're a team who love getting the ball down and playing. They started a bit narrowed in the first part of this first half. Maybe a bit wary of the threat of Leeds. Just wanted to consolidate things early on. But started to pass it. And all the Leeds pressure, Williams, I don't think he's had a shot to save. He made that one catch at the far post, but apart from that, not been used.
That could change here. Here's Beckford. Looking to turn supplier.
It's a disappointing end to another decent move.
Maynard looking to pull away from Huntington, who goes to ground.
Well, I thought that was a foul.
As soon as he pulled away from him there, he looked to have got the better of him, didn't he?
He did.
Tell you what, this is developing into quite a contest here. Beckford. O'Connor. Maynard, he's onside here. The flag goes up as he touches the ball.
Well, didn't seem to go up the flag. He's looking there, trying to stay onside. It's a very high line. You think he's onside, all of a sudden the flag does go up. The assistant do take the time now. Well, Maynard involved in everything at the moment. The ball here, lovely run. You think he's getting away. There's the arm comes across. That's a foul. That is a foul. Referee doesn't give it. The arm's right across him, pulls him back, spots the danger, and that's got to be a foul. So unlucky not to get anything out of that. Huntington's a rather lucky boy.
Well, the Championship is where Leeds United are hoping to return to, and we have a couple of live Championship matches for you this weekend on Sky Sports. Sheffield Wednesday against Sheffield United, the Steel City derby. That's Saturday 12:30, Sky Sports 1 and HD1. And Watford against Charlton, a derby down in the southeast. That's Saturday 5:15 on the same channels. Well, they've been very happy with the way they started the match, just as he would have hoped. The only thing they lacked was a goal, but not having it all their own way in these last few minutes.
I think he'll be a bit concerned, Dennis Wise, what he's seen the last 5 or so minutes. Crewe starting to apply their trade, get their passing game going. Movement of Maynard is causing them problems.
Just going to say, Gary's really starting to work those two centre-halves, who of course playing together for the first time. Huntington hasn't had a lot of league football this season, only started his first league game last time, has been tended to be used in the cups. So to bounce all the way through to Williams. Big miss at the back. Leeds United can't be overrated. Rui Marquez, who's formed for Leeds this season, sort of went against him in club terms with his call up to the Angola squad for the African Cup of Nations. Abbey. Nigerian, who played in the last Cup of Nations, by the way. Parker's got him behind here. Beckford looked a good first touch, but just span away from him. Huntington. Richardson.
Seeing Beckford there do what a good striker does. He always attacks the near post. Always expects that ball to come in at that area.
Just wants to have a word with David Prutton here. This is why.
Just jumps into Woodard's there.
Almost half an hour played. Lively atmosphere on a chilly night at Gresty Road. They're expecting here their biggest crowd since Nottingham Forest came here last season. Leeds are the box office in this league. As Dennis Wise said in the build-up to the game, every side tends to find an extra 10% when they come to town.
Well, teams like Leeds and Forest have got to expect that. The history of the two football clubs is there for everybody to see, and it's bound to lift the opposition.
Abbey will take this one. Well, they got lucky in that the misplaced free kick has fallen to Roberts. Not so lucky this time. It's been given away. Beckford wants some movement down the middle. And suffocated of options. Forward by Huntington.
Dennis Wise might be a little bit disappointed with all the possession they had in the first 20 minutes or so. Nothing has really come off for them. Disappointed the final delivery's not been as it should be. You say Williams has not had a great deal to do despite that possession.
Crewe would win to overtake for another win here back-to-back. It would be for the first time in nearly 2 months. They go up 5 places in the table to within 9 points of the playoffs. They haven't won back-to-back games though, Crewe, for 2 months. It's been a pretty barren spell for Steve Holland in his first season in full charge of the side.
So difficult when you haven't got that money to spend, or you won't spend the money. You're bringing kids through from the academy, which they've always done brilliantly. And you look at the number of players that have come through, from David Platt, Robbie Savage, Dean Ashton, Neil Lennon, who's here tonight, I've spotted. First time he's actually been back since he left Crewe.
You look at the most recent batch in the summer, Luke Varney, who put in a man-of-the-match performance for Charlton at the weekend and win against Blackpool. Starting to find his feet at the Valley in no uncertain terms. David Vaughan, who Chris Coleman took to Real Sociedad. Billy Jones, who went just up the M6 to Preston. As soon as they come close to being the finished article, then they are sold on. It is the way, and it's the way that the club continue to bring them through. Fund the academy by selling on the players. A little bit of space here for Woodards, who started off his career in the Chelsea youth setup. This is Ben Ricks, one of the 5 Crewe academy graduates out there. Cox, oldest man on the pitch at 36. And Kilkenny. Prutton. Solid challenge. Abbey gets the better of him. O'Connor looking to get round Kilkenny. A little bit of bite added to the game. Ricks, Maynard came off his heels. He's kept it alive though. Low. Cox. He didn't spot Beckford, and he could just have landed Crewe in real trouble here. Beckford's going to have to do it himself, but if anyone can for Leeds, he can.
Well, Cox trying his best to get back and make up for his mistake. I'll tell you what, Leeds are playing a very dangerous game here. A high back line with Maynard's pace. If they get it wrong, they're in trouble.
Beckford.
Get out the ball!
Richardson. Woodard's down low. Has got it away to safety. And Kenton, having come that far, decided he needed to get something. Unfortunately, he just got defender. Might just get a yellow card.
Well, fair play to the Crewe lad. He's saying, oh, no, referee. He's trying his best not to get Kenton booked, but it was a rash one. You say, Bill, he sprinted a long way. It's a lovely bit of skill there. Wrong foots him, and that's poor. There's no danger. He's not going to get a yellow card for that. Just the ability's done him, but he gets straight up. Roberts didn't play act.
And as you say, Gary, real credit to him. He went to the referee to try and save Darren Kenton a booking. Here's Sweeney. Backing off Sweeney.
Back off him and back off him. He's got one or two options. He's got Flo, Beckford, decides to go himself. No real conviction behind the shot. Well, you see the away team in the ascendancy with the attempts. But only one on target, and that's for Crewe.
And O'Connor header, the closest we've come. With the header this time is Abbey. And Andy Hughes. Parker. In by Sweeney, high-hanging ball, Beckford! The top scorer delivers for Leeds United. 16 for the season now for Darren Beckford.
And it's a brave header as well. Williams comes a long way. He's been pretty sure with his handling. Just a ball put in from deep, and look, Williams comes. Now brave is Beckford there. Keeps his eye on the ball. Look at the lead. Hangs in the air so well. Look at that, how high he gets there. Brave as a lion. Williams can't get near it. And that is one of the best headers you'll see. The elevation he gets there. Now he hangs in the air. And the power he gets when he gets on the end of it, absolutely tremendous. And I'm not surprised you're blowing kisses, Dennis. That's a cracking header.
The main man steps up to the plate again for Leeds United, Jermaine Beckford. Just as Crewe felt that they were getting back into the game and competing on level terms. The top man in the division makes them pay. Low.
Well, what a goal this was. People say, oh, well, it's only a header. But you look at the elevation he gets here, how high he is off the floor, and the goalkeeper coming with everything to try and bully him out of it. Gets there just before. Brave, power, elevation, had the lot there.
Well, just to give you a measure of the task that Crewe face now, Leeds have scored first in 18 games this season. They've gone on to win 16 of those. Mind you, most of those goals have been in the last 5 minutes. This time Leeds scoring a little earlier on. Strange when you think of the good form associated with Leeds this season, and you think they haven't actually won away from home for the best part of 2 months, 4 games in that time. Beckford has set them on the path.
it's a goal you wouldn't really expect Crewe to concede with the two centre-halves, McCready and Baudet. Two big, strong centre-halves. The goalkeeper coming, but he still got in there and buried it. Classic header. It came at a time when Crewe were just getting a little bit of a foothold into the game.
Sweeney. Prutton. First priority for Crewe is to make sure that they're still in this match at the start of the second half. A second would ensure Leeds would have a cushion that Crewe would find it mightily tough to come back from. Huntington, here's Flo. Richardson and Kilkenny. Pick the pass for Richardson. There's Ben Ricks. Away by Woodards. And he's given it straight to Kilkenny. Hughes. Parker.
The influence of Sweeney in this first half has been quite evident as well. Along with Kilkenny, the two they want on the ball. Usually just giving them the licence to get forward. He'll sit back and direct things from a little bit deeper.
Prutton.
I'm not sure that was a shot or an attempt to chip the keeper. He's got a fair share of goals when he was at Forest. It was a chip more than it was a shot.
He's got 3 this season for Leeds United, Prutton, but really looked like adding to that tally there.
Watched him grow up at Nottingham Forest in the Paul Hart academy, along with players like Genus, Dawson, Andy Reid.
And just starting to adopt the pattern it had in the opening 15 minutes with Leeds United dominance in most areas. One difference now is that they have that 1-goal cushion. Prutton will leave it for Flo. Hughes. There's Kilkenny.
Disappointing delivery, Kilkenny. No pressure on him at all. No need for him to do what he did there. Just smashes it too hard beyond.
Neil Lennon doing a little bit of media work here this evening. One of the former Crewe players who've gone on to much greater things.
Currently at Nottingham Forest, of course.
Huntington caught in 2 minds.
And the rest.
Prutton. A risky ball back.
Grun will be saying thank you very much for that one. And that sort of ball when Maynard's bearing down on you.
He will be absolutely fuming if his side, through sloppiness, gift Crewe a path back into this game. Twice, by the way, Crewe came from behind last time out here against Tranmere. Scored 4 goals in that game. Beckford goes to ground under the challenge from Abbey, no free kick given. The 4 goals, by the way, they scored against Tranmere last time out matched the tally that Crewe scored in the previous 8. Goals have been a problem for them this season. Ricks, high boot from Prutton, free kick for Crewe. A lot of what has been dangerous about them in the first half has come from set pieces.
It has, and you can see in flashes how they get the ball down, they play the ball, they look comfortable on the ball, but just haven't got a cutting edge like Leeds.
Comfortably away by Torre Andre Flo. Kilkenny, who's busting a gut to provide an option down this left. Roberts got back well. Here's O'Connor. Here's Huntington. Parker. Casper Ankergrim, who's looking to improve on his tally of 13 clean sheets this season. One against Northampton last time, had his first in 4. Cox. The flag was up. Cox. Maynard. Woodards, can he keep it in? He does so. Crewe have 4 in the box if Woodards can pick out the pass. More measured approach as he finds O'Connor. Danny Woodards. O'Connor. Away by Kenton. 2 minutes added on to the first half as Leeds look for goal number 2. Parker. Touch the pass now, Abbey. And here's Sweeney. Head up, looks for Beckford.
Oh, what a delightful ball that was. Anybody coming in at the far post there, it's an empty net. Parker does well here. He's aware of what's around him. Plays the ball into Sweeney, and look at this for a delivery. Takes the goalkeeper out of the equation, and nobody at the far post.
Sweeney on again, here is Abbey. And Neil Cox. George Abbey. And Ben Ricks.
Again, it's so narrow for Crewe. Looking for the options, and there's the option. Maynard trying to get him in a channel. And Leeds come forward. They've got Prutton one side, they've got Sweeney the other side. 2 good outlets.
Here's Parker. And Sweeney. Flo looking for Kilkenny, but Roberts has picked it up here.
Look, he's looking for somebody forward in a wide area, and there's nobody. Has to come backwards. There are 6 players across the back there for Crewe. 6 red shirts don't need to be that far back.
Cox.
See, he's got no other option. You look in the centre of the area, there's 4 red shirts. You look wide, there's nobody on either flank.
It is advantage Leeds after 45 minutes, and it was always going to be him, wasn't it? Jermaine Beckford, his 16th goal of the season, means that Leeds United lead here at Cresty Road by 1 goal to 0.